Okay, so Obama's now talking about global warming and how it's getting warmer now than anybody thought 10 years ago. It's an abject lie. The planet is cooling. It is not getting warmer. And we got to start educating our children about it, he says. I don't think the Republicans will go for a carbon tax, but we're going to work on that. We got to reduce carbon. We don't have to reduce debt, folks. No. But we got to reduce carbon. Yep. So we'll shut down the coal industry. We'll really do what we can to shut down fossil fuels and oil. We're going to double down on green energy. We got to reduce carbon. Nothing, by the way, about debt reduction today. Now, Sarah Palin, who's running the country. Stick with me on this, because this gets to the nub of what's bugging us all. We got a CIA director sharing security info with his mistress using an unsecured Gmail account. We've got the delusional Susan Rice blaming the death of an ambassador on a YouTube video. We got Iran firing on one of our drones a week before the election. We got the White House either ignorant of or covering up all of this. Who's minding the store? Everywhere we look, we see rank incompetence or corruption of the people who are supposedly running the country and of our major institutions. Let's hope that responsible reporters at Obama's press conference today asked the right questions. They didn't, and they won't. They're circling the wagons around him. Here's Palin's question for the president. As our nation's chief executive, you claim to be unaware of the most important and tragic situations, plural, that we're facing. You don't know about Benghazi. You don't know about Petraeus. You don't know about anything. So as a former chief executive, I'd like to know how long it takes for your staff to tell you things like, sir, your CIA director is under investigation. How long does it take? How many months, sir, does it take for your staff to tell you these things? Now, this next is written by Victor Davis Hanson at National Review Online, and it's very close to a bunch of things that I have been saying. One symptom of this entire tragedy, or is it a dark comedy now, is the shocking degree of casual, sorta, kinda rules and protocols. Strange, in this era of vast bureaucratic rules, how exactly did national security and military affairs come to resemble keeping up with the Kardashians? I.e., how do we find ourselves, our government, starring in the Real Housewives of the Pentagon? We got President Kardashian. We've got entertainment reality TV. That is our government. How can some individual just call up an FBI friend and investigate or instigate an investigation? And how did that lead to an FBI agent photographing himself bare-chested and apparently infatuated with a married mother of three? How can a PhD candidate, this is Broadbeam here, how can a PhD candidate without any journalistic or historical credentials become the public face of a four-star general and be privy to information to the point of hitting the lecture circuit to pontificate about a CIA annex in Benghazi? In other words, how does Petraeus choose somebody that's never written a book, who isn't an historian, to grant all this access to? How does this pop culture crap happen? How did an early, middle-aged, married mother of two suddenly morph into a court biographer who lectured on everything from military practice to leadership to national security challenges? In other words, who is Broadwell and where did she come from? And what are her bona fides? What is her CV? What's her credibility? And then how can a Florida socialite, by any stretch of the imagination, merit a vast email correspondence with the nation's highest-ranking military warriors entrusted to conduct our most critical wars, struggles, and battles? How is it that the commanding general of Afghanistan sending thousands of documents to a brain-dead socialite in Tampa? Those are my words, and I should probably take back the brain-dead, half-brain-dead, but regardless, I mean, she thinks she's a consul general. She thinks she got diplomatic immunity, for crying out loud. We got a general that's sending her thousands of pages of stuff. Hanson writes, what in the world is an honorary consul general, and who extends such Alice Little-looking-glass titles? Why do generals seek to go backstage to meet a Denzel Washington or have Angelina Jolie pop up for a photo op? I think it is impossible that an attorney general who knew of the investigation and many of the details for months did not tell his president and his close friend. But then on the other hand, given all the above, who knows? So what's happened? Pop culture has taken over all of our great institutions. You ask what's right or wrong. Where's the accountability, things you can count on? It's gone. It's scary. Everybody wants to be on Entertainment Tonight. Everybody wants to be on the E! Entertainment Network. Everybody wants to be in the Real Housewives of X. You name it. Presidents used to never go on shows like Leno or Letterman. Now they live there. Is it an indication of how dumbed down our culture's become? Is it an indication how dumbed down our voters have become?